I'm here today with a video on some of my must-have summer products. I feel like I have a ton here, and it ranges from hair care, skin care, and then makeup stuff. And so I have a lot of stuff I want to show you, a lot of stuff I've been using a ton. And so this is great for you oily skin girls. This is great. There's a lot of products if you have dry skin, normal skin. It's kind of like a wide range. It covers everybody. And there's a ton of really, really great products that I want you guys to know about because I am absolutely loving them. Now, I live in Northern California, which most people think Northern California, it doesn't get that hot. Wrong, folks, wrong. It can get up to like 110, 115 degrees in the summer. It gets so stinking hot here. I'm originally from Alaska, so anything like above 90 is just way too hot. So I have a lot of products that are geared more towards oily skin because I do have normal skin, but when it is 110, there's no way you aren't just like dripping sweat. So I have a ton of products because I spend a lot of time at the lake, so SPF is key. So the first product that I have absolutely been loving to kind of control the oil and use as a daily moisturizer is the Murad Oil Control Mattifier. I adore this. It doesn't make my skin pilly, it doesn't make it dry and cracky, but it just kind of mattifies my T-zone area. Now you could use this just in your T-zone area, you can use it all over your face. I use this as a moisturizer. It does have SPF 15 in it, and I find it does a really good job of just mattifying my face without having to apply a bunch of additional mattifiers, and I could go in with some of my favorite more like natural finish or luminous finish foundations, and I'm not like overly oily throughout the day. So I love this moisturizer. If you are looking for a good mattifying moisturizer that doesn't dry you out, it doesn't make you like cracky or pilly, and it doesn't interfere with like primers and stuff, this is a great one. I love it. I've known a lot of mattifiers that just get gross on your skin. This does not do that, so I absolutely adore this. Another product that's newer, this is the Murad Instamatte Oil Control Mask. It says that it reduces 93% of excess oil after just one use, draws out the impurities to help keep skin clear. I don't know why that is such a difficult sentence to read. But this is fantastic. If you have a few extra minutes in the morning, I like to just apply this. You could put it on for 3 minutes. So I will wash my face, apply this, and then while I'm brushing my teeth or going and making coffee, I'll set this on, let it sit for 3 minutes, then rinse it off. It really does a great job of just controlling the oil throughout the day, especially if it's a day that I know I'm going to be out and about and I need my makeup to not get oily. This is great. Also says you can use this as a daily cleanser for oil control, so if you have super oily skin, this can just be like your daily cleanser. I don't have that oily of skin that I need to do that, so this is just a mask. For example, tonight I have a photo shoot. We're doing a modern day Disney photo shoot. It's gonna be hot, so before I start my makeup, I'm going to put this on and just kind of mattify my skin so that even though it's super hot, it's not gonna break up my makeup throughout the day. So if you haven't tried this, I highly recommend this little mask here. All right, a self-tanning product that I really like. I bought this last year. It's the Sephora Gradual Self-Tanning Face in a Bottle, or Face Water Sun in a Bottle. This is great. It doesn't smell like self-tanner. It literally smells like the tropics. It's very like coconut, pina colada scent. It doesn't have that nasty self-tanner scent to it. And I just use this day or night, sometimes both, sometimes just at night. And it just provides like a gradual tan over time. It's very liquidy, so it's very similar to like a toner. That's how I apply it. I just shake it up, put a little bit on a cotton ball, and just kind of go all over my face. Because I do a lot of self-tanner, my skin on my face tends to be a lot paler because I exfoliate it more. I wash it multiple times a day in the morning and at night. So the self-tanner just doesn't stick to my face as well. So to kind of keep it not so drastic of dark self-tanner, white face, this is what I use, and it really does help. Okay, a sunscreen that I love. This I bought last year, repurchased it again this year. It's the Defense Fresh Setting Mist with Rosemary SPF 50. And it's a matte finish 3-in-1, sets makeup, controls oil, and it delivers UV photo aging protection. And it's by Supergoop. You can get it at Sephora, it's where I picked mine up. And this is just fantastic. One, it's just absolutely refreshing throughout the day. Two, it's a matte makeup setting spray, and it has SPF 50. So this is what I take to the lake all the time, or I carry it in my purse. If I know I'm gonna be outside, I just kind of take it, shake it up, and spritz it. It's so nice. It has a really nice, refreshing rosemary scent. It's light on the skin. It helps mattify your makeup. It just is really, really good. And if you do not like putting on a ton of like thick, goopy sunscreen, this is a great way to just kind of mist it on your face, get the sunscreen protection. You can reapply it as often as you need it. It's super easy if you're going to an outdoor wedding, if you're at an outdoor party and you don't want to like mess up with your makeup, which, let's be honest, as silly as that sounds, it is a legitimate concern. This is great, adds SPF, protects your face, doesn't mess up your makeup, keeps you matte, smells delicious. There's just so many good things about this. You definitely need it. Primer. I talked about this in another video. This is the Giorgio Armani Maestro UV Skin Defense Primer SPF 50. I love this. It's a great SPF for your face. It doesn't break me out. It doesn't have make my skin super oily. It doesn't interfere with my makeup. If you want to put an SPF on, I like this in a primer. Normal SPFs tend to make my skin super greasy, tends to mess up whatever foundation I'm wearing. And if I'm going to go through all the work of putting on my nice makeup, I don't want it to get messed up, but I still want to protect my skin. That is a priority. And so finding a primer that has SPF is great. It does have a little bit of a sunscreen smell, but to me, honestly, it smells more like fresh water mixed with sunscreen, and it doesn't bother me. But it also doesn't clog my pores, it doesn't make me greasy, and doesn't irritate my skin. So it's a little bit pricey, but I absolutely adore it, and I love the way that my makeup applies over this. It almost has a little bit of tack to it, so I feel like it makes my makeup last even longer than some of my other primers do. Let's do some mattifying products. I have a few that are so great. The first is the Cover FX Custom Blot Oil Control Drops. This is fantastic. I love these. I can't stop using them. I put them in almost every foundation because any of my foundations that I really love, maybe the way they wear on my skin or the finish or the texture, I don't know. Any of my favorite foundations, I've been using this because sometimes the foundations can break up throughout the day because it's so stinking hot here. This really helps control the oil, helps control having to blot as often. The Cover FX, just so you know, you twist it, the little button pops up, you push it down, finish twisting it up, and then it's a dropper. So that's how that packaging works. It doesn't change the consistency, it doesn't make the foundation act weird, it literally just makes it a little bit more matte. So it's not gonna take like a dewy foundation and just make it like so super stinking matte, but it does mattify it slightly. So I find that like my dewy foundations, they still have like a pretty luminosity, just not as much, and I can wear them so much easier in the summer. So highly recommend checking these out. You can mix this with your moisturizers, you can mix this with your foundation, your primer. So whatever it is you want to mix these with, do it. These are awesome, recommend those. And if you're wanting just some like mattifying products, I really like the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Refined Zone Treatment. I have bought this a few times. I just pop this in my T-zone, kind of helps with pores, fine lines, and mattifies. It's just like a little squeezy tube. And I think that this is fantastic if you are worried about pores, and I find that it kind of mattifies me a little bit. I don't know if that's what it's directed towards, but it does mattify. And then the other one that I've been using a lot is the Smashbox Photo Matte Anti-Shine. I picked this up a while ago, and I like this because it does fill in my pores too. It's a little bit like the Benefit Porefessional texture. So it is like a light cream color. When you blend it in, it has that like dimethicone feel to it. So it's very kind of silicone-y and fills in your pores, also acts as a great mattifier. And either of those work fantastic. This one is more of a gel, so it's less of the like slippery dimethicone and more like a gel filling, the Skin Refined Zone Treatment. This is a must-have. This is the Eye Duty Triple Remedy, instantly brightens, depuffs, and smooths. This is a under eye treatment. I love this. If you have dark circles, it does a fantastic job of kind of concealing them a little bit. It is a peachy toned product, and it does have the metal ball tip, so when you're rubbing it under your eyes, it also kind of like depuffs it. It just feels really cooling and soothing to the eyes. So on the days that I don't want to wear a ton of makeup, I love using this instead of using a concealer. Provides just enough coverage to kind of brighten and lighten the under eye area, and I just absolutely adore this. This is the third one I've gone through, and I will never be without this. Now, if I'm wanting something a little more heavy duty for concealer, this combination is a must. I love it. It's the Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics. It's the regular and the illuminating one. Now, the regular one just is a little bit too too much for me. I don't like it on its own. And the illuminating one is just a little bit too illuminating, but when I mix the two together, it's the perfect combination of brightening, illuminating, and not settling into fine lines. I also have this in neutral medium, which is just a tad dark, and the light, which is just a tad too light. So mixing them together not only gives me the perfect under eye combination, but it also gives the perfect look to the under eye area. It's very bright, conceals everything, lasts all day, doesn't settle into fine lines. You'll definitely want to set it with a powder though, because it is very emollient and thick and very, very creamy. So I like to set it with any kind of translucent powder or setting powder. I use the NYX HD finishing powder in banana right now because that's just like my go-to and I love it. But absolutely adore this if you're looking for a really good concealer. All right, the next favorite is some face products. So I sometimes like to wear full face of makeup like I have on today for this tutorial, but a lot of the times, especially lately, I've been like, can't even want to do my makeup. I don't know what this hand was, but literally can't even want to do my makeup. So I've been going to like the less makeup-y look, and a few of the products that I've been kind of interchanging between, the first one is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I love this one. It's fantastic because it has SPF 50 in it. So again, if you're going to be outside, protect your face, SPF 50, fantastic. I use a beauty blender. It shears it out a little bit. You can use a brush or apply another layer with a beauty blender and you get full coverage. It is their full coverage CC Cream Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum, SPF 50. I have the shade light and medium. Depending on if I'm self-tanned or not, I switch between the two shades. It comes with a pump, and this is just kind of one of my go-to in the summer because one, it's easy, two, the color match is always perfect. It feels good on the skin. It's not super makeup-y. If I want full coverage, I can, and it has SPF 50 in it. The next one, which this one I adore, this is a less makeup-y look than this one. This one still kind of looks makeup-y. This one does not look makeup-y. It looks so incredibly natural, and it's the Urban Decay One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector SPF 20. The shade range, I'm a medium if I'm self-tan, I'm light if I'm not. You'll probably want to read the descriptions of the colors because I find like the light medium is super, super yellow. But there's something about this that, one, it blurs all the imperfections. It just makes your skin look flawless, but in a very light coverage, light feeling way to your skin. Doesn't feel heavy. It also has a pump, and it just, I don't know, it's like one of those makeup products that I love wearing to the lake, or if I need to put a little something on to go to the gym. Sometimes I wear makeup to the gym, sometimes I don't. Mostly I don't, but every once in a while I do. And I love this because it really just blurs the imperfections, makes your skin look really beautiful, and doesn't look like you're wearing any makeup. So this is one of those like little secret hidden gem products that I absolutely adore. Okay, we're gonna jump to lips really quick. I'm not gonna show you any lip colors because I might do like a whole favorite summer lip, and I'm like in this mood of wearing like very mauve-y, more brown fall lips, even though it's summer. But these two lip products I really like. This is the Pixi Nourishing Lip Polish. I really like this. It's just super low maintenance. It has like a little scrubby on one side. You can scrub your lips and then obviously keep whatever moisturizing balm that's in here on your lips to just kind of act as a little bit of a treatment. The little scrubber works really great. It's very easy to use, not messy like some of the like potted scrubs. So I like this because it's a nice little lip exfoliator. But my go-to lip balm, I've mentioned this before, is the Jack Black Lip Balm. This one is in the Natural Mint and Shea Butter. It has SPF 20. I always have one in here, in my bedroom, in my purse, in my car, in my lake bag, because you want to protect your lips. You do not want them to get sunburnt. You do not want sun blisters or cold sores. Those are not fun things to have. So make sure you're protecting your lips. And I really love this Jack Black one. Use whatever lip balm you want. Just make sure it has SPF. But if you want a good recommendation, the Jack Black ones are definitely my favorite. Let's move to some bronzers. I have a couple. I have two liquid ones. The first is the CC Bronzer by IT Cosmetics, SPF 50. I adore this. You could use this as like a liquid bronzer, or depending on your skin tone, you could use this as a all over your face. This one's a little bit dark for me to use as an all over my face, so I tend to mix this with products that are a little bit too light, some of my lighter foundations, or I use this just as a really natural bronzer, kind of to use as a liquid bronzer. So I contour or bronze up the face where the sun naturally would hit. This stuff is super creamy, very easy to blend. That was like one pump. You don't need this much, but it also works great if you have foundations that are too light but also don't have SPF and you want to add a little SPF into it. I adore the BB cream. It's awesome. And again, has SPF 15 and very easy to use. And so it's multiple use. You can use it as a bronzer. You can use it as something to darken up other foundations. You can use it as a foundation if your skin tone is dark enough. And it has the SPF 50, which is fantastic. A newer liquid bronzer to me that I cannot stop using is the NARS Laguna liquid bronzer. This is better than I could have ever imagined. And it comes in beautiful packaging that gets 1,000 fingerprints on it, but it has a pump. This is the most easy peasy lemon squeezy bronzer to use. I literally use 1 to 2 pumps, and I take my beauty blender, dip it in, and I just kind of like dab it in all the places where the sun would naturally hit or where I naturally contour, and it blends itself out. It's so liquidy and thin that it really takes zero effort. So there's a squirt and it just blends so nicely, and the tone of it is so beautiful. It's like the perfect tone for my skin tone, and it just gives that really pretty bronze look with zero effort, and it's so pretty. Highly recommend this. Another bronzer that you guys know I'm loving, it's still available, I'm pretty sure. It is from the Vibe Tribe collection, and I love this bronzer, which is Matte Bronze by MAC. I don't know if it's part of their permanent collection. It is the most perfect bronze color. I'm not wearing it today. Today I have on Makeup Geek Love Triangle for my contour. Whoa, am I out of focus? Okay, focus on me. I'm trying to use like an external monitor to see if I can like keep myself in focus a little bit more. I'm not too sure how that's working. But I do love this bronzer. I would swatch it for you. However, it swatches awful with your finger, but applies beautifully with a brush. This is Laura Mercier Ritual. I don't know, I thought they came back out with this a few times, so keep your eye out for it if they do. This is the perfect like bronzer slash blush color because it has like the pink tones in it, so it's a little bit of a darker, rosier color. This is kind of similar, I think, to Dallas from Benefit, but I think this is a little bit prettier. And it gives like a little bit of a natural sheen to your cheeks, but it's like that bronzy rose color. So depending on your skin tone, you can use it as a bronzer or a blush. I kind of use it as a blush bronzer. It makes sense, trust me. And I adore this. So finding some of those more like rosy burnt colors I think is super pretty for that like golden goddess look in the summer. Okay, one of my go-to products in the summer for eyes is the MAC Tan Pigment. This is like the perfect color. You could use this in lip gloss. You can use this as a highlight. You can use this as mix it in your moisturizer to give a shimmer. I've had seen people mix these in their foundations. There's really so many things you can do. Eyes, lips, cheeks, body. This color is just so pretty. And I think it looks flattering on all skin tones. If you have a deeper skin tone, this is like a gorgeous highlight. And on my skin tone, it would be very, very dark. But you could use this by itself. This is by itself, very metallic, or you can apply it with some Fix Plus and give it that more foiled wet look. And it's just so versatile, and you get so much in like a little jar. It will last you forever. This just screams summer to me because it just has that beautiful, like bronzy, rosy shimmer to it. I just absolutely adore it. So this is my most used summer eye product. For mascaras, I have two. I really love the Shocking Extensions mascara for my lower lash line in waterproof. And the brush is just one of these like rubber bristle brushes. I find it gets my lashes really great. The Telescopic is another one for your lower lash line that I really like in waterproof. And for waterproof mascara in general, the MAC Hot and Naughty Waterproof Lash is probably my favorite. I would usually recommend like find your favorite mascara and then buy it in waterproof, but that's not always the case. Like for example, my Better Than Sex mascara, I don't like the waterproof one. I don't find it's very waterproofy. So this one I do, it really lasts on your lashes. You twist the first, like this handle down here, and you get a wand with a ton of product. So I'll do 1 or 2 coats like that. And then I go in and you twist the second cap, which just is the same wand, it just takes up more product. And I kind of do a 3rd coat, and then I get my lower lash line with it. This stuff stays on really great. It's very waterproof, and I think it's a fantastic mascara. And last, I'll do a hair product. This is the Bumble & Bumble Surf Infusion. This is their oil and salt infused spray for soft sea tossed waves with sheen. And I adore this one. It smells great. I love a sea salt spray, but sometimes I find the sea salt spray tends to dry my hair out too much and make it like very straw-like. But this is infused with oil, so it doesn't do that. It gives you that soft, like tousled, beachy hair look without making it dry and like brittle feeling. And I absolutely adore this. So you just shake it like this, and my hair is up today because I just couldn't even. And you just spray it. Oh, it smells so good. And then you just kind of scrunch it, and whatever curls you have in, it just kind of brings them to life a little bit, keeps them hydrated, shiny, glossy looking, but also gives you that like sea salt look to your hair. So I highly recommend that. So that is some of my must-have summer products. I know I listed a bunch of stuff. I would love to know what some of your favorite summer products are. Skincare, hair care, body care, like you name it. I want to hear about it. List them down in the comments below so everyone else can see what some of your favorites are, because then you guys can recommend to other people, as well as myself, some really great summer products. If you liked this video, please make sure you thumbs up. It just takes a second and it really does help me out. So let's thumbs up this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!